You know, it's not often I do stuff right, but when I do, I feel really excited. I feel accomplished.
Yes.
So, you guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is, whenever it is, you see this post, hello to you. I am Ebony Nicole Smith, the Vice President of the Rochester Black Authors Association, and I am excited to have you all here again for another episode of the Rochester Black Authors Association presents the Black Authors Rock podcast. This is a place where Black voices, written or spoken, matter. Okay? Our voices, written or spoken, matter. All right. And so I just want to welcome you to episode number 3. Season 2. Okay. I get excited about that because it's like we went to number 1 and oh my God, we're coming back for a second time. So I'm excited. The feedback we got last year was like amazing. So I had to come back. I had no choice. I could not do it the first year and not come back a second. So here we are. As always, whatever platform you are watching this on, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. All right. So our authors know that you are actually out there and you actually do care. All right. So do that for us. Like, subscribe, share, and comment, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Spotify. Chime in and chat with us. Okay. Also, as you all know, the 3rd annual, oh, that is not the 3rd, Lord Jesus, help me today. The 7th annual Rochester Black Authors Association is returning this year on June 3rd. That's where I got number 3 from. On June 3rd of this year, we are actually going to have a 3-day weekend event that's going to begin on that Friday and end that Sunday. So we want to all see you there. We want to see you all there. We will be opening registration at the top of February. So please look out for that. We'll be posting more about how you can register to grab your seat at the table. Okay. If you are an author, come on in. We want you. If you are a vendor, if you have products and services that are not book related, come on in. If you have, we are looking for someone to cater the event, meaning you come and sell your food, a food vendor. So we do want you to come on in and be a part of this expo, okay? So you can go to our website, www.rocbaa.org for more information, okay? And as always, thank you. Thank you in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to all of our platforms. We really do appreciate it. And thank you for helping us grow in a time where, you know, some things are just dying out. We are growing. Thank you. All right. With that said, got all that preliminary work out the way. We have today the author of number of children's books, Miss Diane Davis, with us today. And we're just going to have a great conversation. As always, you guys, y'all know your girl love to talk. So to have an author to just know where a fellow author is coming from, where she is and where she's going, your girl is excited about that. So, Miss Diane, tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Diane Davis. I am from New Jersey. Been a little bit all over. I'm currently in Somerset, New Jersey, and I am the author of a children's recently published book, The Motivation Queen.
Ooh, The Motivation Queen. Tell us about that.
So the Motivation Queen, she is the inspirational superhero. She comes through to save the day with positive words of affirmation and spread me awareness of love and being kind to one another.
Come on, superhero. Where did this idea for a female superhero come from?
Okay, so actually the idea came from my life, and it's ironically my Instagram name. It has been my Instagram name for years now. And as I went through the journey of life, I pretty much applied the motivation queen on a day-to-day basis when I would encounter challenges. And I was just always known like, Diane, you're so positive. Like, you're always looking at the possibilities. You're always just looking at like even like the most challenging times you have, you're always looking at it as a lesson. So I literally applied my Instagram name and turned her into a superhero, because those who are very close to my space, they feel like I'm their superhero. And like, I literally come and they're like, you just know when to come through with like affirmations. You're always so positive. And I'm like, so that's how the motivation queen came to life.
So motivational queen is just simply based off of your lived experiences. And you know what? I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm quite confident aspiring authors know this. But if anyone wants to, I hear people say all the time, I want to write a book, but don't know what they want to write about. They can simply take your lead. Take something that you have lived through. Take something that people always talk to you about, people always mentioning about you, and write a book about it. It doesn't have to be, a nonfiction book. It can simply be a fictional story like you had done. So come on here. You get to use already pretty much using existing content, so to speak, and just put it in a book.
Right.
So what are some things kids are learning in your reading your book?
Well, in my book, there's a variety of things. I touch a little bit about bullying and being kind and acknowledging the bully, and how you can be kind, or there's different ways to approach things, especially if you're having a bad day. I also talk about changes as far as environment. Growing up, the motivation queen is a lot of my inner childhood experiences as well. So those are like incorporated with like the older Diane and then the inner childhood Diane. So I did change schools a lot. So I had to learn to embrace new environments. I had to learn to embrace change. So I talk about changing schools and locations and making new friends, and just affirming that it's gonna work out, it's gonna be a great day, I'm gonna make new friends, just like embracing, because without no change, there is no growth. If you remain, right, if you remain, then there's like stagnancy, there is no growth. So I've learned to embrace change as like a pivot moment in life, a pivoting moment. And there can be multiple pivoting moments in your life. So we also talk about change of environments, and just pretty much being kind to one another. And if you're having a bad day, there's better ahead. So it's like you don't want to remain in that, oh no, it's such a bad day. And then it's kind of like dragged out. It's just like, it's a moment. It's a bad moment.
Yes.
So
yes.
So we touched a little bit of a little bit of everything in here. So I'm really excited.
I like that. I like how you teach kids that a day is a moment. It's not a lifetime. However, a moment can change your lifetime depending on what it is. Your actions and things that you do can change your lifetime, but today is not a lifetime. It is just a moment. And I like how when there are kids all over who change schools a lot. So I think that's something definitely that if a parent is looking for a way to help their kid cope with these changes, your book is one that they definitely want to pick up. Because it's like, we as adults may not know how to communicate to kids. Well, we're moving here to there. Well, why? I gotta leave all my friends. I gotta make new friends. And for some kids, it's not easy to make friends. So when they do, and they've gotten comfortable, now you gotta uproot them. And they're like, what? What?
Yeah. And I went through similar. It's just like, oh no, we're changing schools again. Like I just started making friends, and it's just like, as a child, we don't really understand as an adult level, as it's not expected to, right? On the reason why sometimes our parents need to do what is best essentially for the kids. So yeah, so that was one of the challenges, and I know that that happens sometimes. Things change. You have to change environments. Maybe you got a new job offer, and it's just
Yeah,
like, this is what
you gotta go.
we
You
need.
gotta
Yeah,
go.
we need to do. So yeah, so those are embracing one of those embracing challenges, and just like taking that deep breath, like, okay, it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna have an amazing day. You're just already calling it forward. You're just putting
Yeah.
that energy out there.
So what's
Yeah.
one of the things you mentioned challenges with children and things that they have to uh, possibly go through with changing schools and things like that. For you as an author, what was something you struggled with?
Oh, see, it took, I don't want to say it took a while, but I did have like writer's block.
Oh, the
So
dreaded writer's block. Oh,
yes, yes, yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So at one point I just felt like stuck, and I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, I had to take a little time to get back into that creative space. And
Yeah.
then it just clicked one day. But that would definitely be one of the challenges, because as I'm working with my publisher, we're at the developmental stages of proofreading.
Yep.
So they're like, you need more, like, this is great, but we need more to it. And then it just kind of like, it was like automatic, like writer's block kicked in. I was like, what do I do? Like, I had to just get into that creative headspace.
Mm.
And then it just clicked one day. And I started reflecting on my childhood. I started reflecting on high school. How
Okay.
did the motivation queen evolve? Like, how, tell her storyline on how
Okay.
she evolved.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you
So,
that. I was gonna ask you how did you get out of it? But my question would be, um, how did writer's block come to you? They said that they wanted more, but because I don't want anybody to think that if their publisher say, "Hey, I need you to give me more," then writer's block automatically drops. What was it that caused you to seize up, to freeze, to become stagnant in your ability to be creative?
I thought that this was enough. This is what it was. I thought
Oh,
this was
okay.
enough. And I just was like, oh no, like, would I don't know, just put me like in this space. The only thing I would say is just that if you have that goal, you had that dream of one day writing a book, it's okay to take time away from writing, but in
Mm-hmm.
order for you to execute it, you need to pick yourself back up and then get back onto that journey. Um,
Absolutely.
and tunnel vision on that. So that was my main thing. I just was like, I thought that this was enough, and I thought that this would be good. And then as I'm like writing, when that phase did pass and I'm writing, and I'm like, it's like the light bulb, it just went on. When I initially I've always had the thought of writing a book. I've always said I'm either going to write a book about my life, or I just need to write a book. And I didn't think that it would be a children's book initially. It's just how it worked out and how it was supposed to work out.
Yep.
So there's going to be more of the motivation queen for sure.
Yes, it sounds like a series. It sounds like
Yes,
hey, this is motivational queen, having to go through this, and now motivational queen, maybe, whatever have you. There's different things that your character can go through. Life is life, so every facet of it, your character can go through. That's what I love
absolutely.
about children's books is that like okay, so I like that. I share that because if you are an aspiring author, if you have an idea for a book, you don't have to put everything in one book. You
Right.
can spread it out. Your characters, your every book, your characters can go, they can remain the same age or they can grow in age, whatever you want, but you don't have to put everything in a book. You don't. So my question to you would be, we know what you struggled with as an author. What are some rewards that you have received? Or what was the most rewarding thing about becoming a published author?
The most rewarding thing was actually just because I actually had it on my vision board.
Hmm.
to write a book. I had it on there.
I'm on
And
vision board.
okay, so I know usually the intention of the vision board is to like try to get all of those done within that year. And I had the vision board since like 2020. And it wasn't until 2022 where that was like the last thing that was like, and I saw everything on my vision board literally manifest itself.
Wow.
So I'll be actually seeing that on paper and then like, wow, I really did this. Like, this is amazing. Just, it's about being consistent. And I talk about
Yep.
this often,
Yep.
Because if you're not consistently working towards something or towards that goal, then there will be no results.
Yeah. Say it again for those that just came
in the back, can you hear the back?
Throw those in the back in the balcony.
Okay. Without consistency, there is no results. If you don't do the work, you will not see the results. Okay. If you don't plant your seeds and water your seeds, you will not see the fruits of your labor.
I'm sorry, plant your seeds and do what to them? Walk away?
No. Plant your seeds and water them.
Plant your seeds and walk away and ignore them.
You will not see the fruits of your labor. Okay.
Come on, somebody.
I am a plant mom myself, so I like to relate to plants a lot because if you don't nourish them, if you don't water them, if you walk away from them, there's no growth there. There is no growth.
I just got an idea for, I don't know if this is something, since you're a plant mama, do one for the motivational queen where she's growing plants to teach kids how to grow plants.
Exactly.
Teach them how to take a little plant, go to Home Depot, grab a little plant, tell mom and dad what you need, and let her teach them how to grow a plant.
Absolutely. And
that would be awesome.
Diane, how do you grow these beautiful plants? And how I go and I get the plant, they die. I'm like, girl, are you really? Are you really?
I got two I've kept for a year so far. They have not died.
Transparency. I appreciate the transparency. At least you're being honest. But yes, definitely. I like to relate like planning a lot because as I see like the plants just flourishing, I'm talking about from like vegetables to just any house plant. It's just like if you don't nourish that, if you just let it sit out in the sun, it's going to dry up.
Yes, it will. Yes,
you have to start over again. So it's like you're going back to where you started because you failed to be consistent.
I don't know if anybody caught that, but I'm not failing to be consistent or anything. I don't think. Oh, yes, I am. My gym days. Girl, I knew there was something going on over here. Like, why is she talking to me? I know something. I'm like, no, I'm not inconsistent with. Oh, yeah, girl, you are inconsistent with your gym days. Thank you.
See?
And if anybody else caught that, anybody else caught the fact that she's talking to you too, just say she's talking to me too. Just go ahead and comment. She's talking to me too. We'll know what you're talking about. We ain't judging. You ain't got to say
no judgment over here.
No judgment. But if you want to be bold and say, yes, I'm slacking on my gym days, go ahead. If you want to say I'm slacking on, whatever have you, go ahead and share it. But if you don't want to, just simply say, she's talking to me too. So what is it, because we're almost down to our last few minutes. So I would say, what are you most proud of as an author? Because we got so many accomplishments. Releasing a book is a huge accomplishment because there are thousands of unpublished books 6 feet underground because the author died with the book inside of them. So what are you most proud of?
I am most proud of me staying resilient, staying focused on my vision, looking at the problems as possibilities and not problems. There's a possibility. There's a possibility. There's a possibility in every problem. It's if you choose to see the possibility. So it's saying, it's looking at it more in an optimistic, the old saying is the glass half empty or is it
Mhm.
half full? It's
Yep.
all in your perspective. Although you have a problem in front of you, are you looking at that as an opportunity to learn a lesson so that you can grow? For every problem, there's a solution. It's if you
Yes.
want to see the solution. So
Yeah.
when I say looking at the possibility opposed to the problem, look at the problem as a possibility to grow. Look at the problem as a possibility to learn.
Mhm.
Look at the problem as a possibility to evolve.
The possibilities and problems. Coin that, please. Because that is so, when you see a problem, my first thing is to solve it. And I don't see the possibility of, I just want to solve it. What's the problem? That's it.
Absolutely.
And the
That
other
too.
possibilities in that, I've never thought of the other possibilities in a problem. It's just, this is a problem, let's solve it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's really good.
there's more to it. We don't lose, we learn.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna need you to. I know you said you have a podcast, and I want you to share that in a few moments. But I definitely want, if you ever talk about that, please let me know, and I will definitely tune in to what the gym, more gems you have to share around that, because I think is awesome. And then when you do your next book, make sure you mention the possibilities and problems, because
Absolutely.
that needs to be something that is taught and understood, and for adults as well as children, because
Right.
I'm gonna say, for me, for Ebony Nicole Smith, what's the solution to this problem? Well, let's work
And
on that.
that's it.
Let's
Yeah.
find it and work on it. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So if anybody's listening, when you listen, morning, evening, morning, afternoon, evening, late at night, whatever, remember, if you have a problem, no, it's a possibility in your problem.
Yes.
She
Look
teaching
at the
us today.
problem as a possibility.
The problem as a
To evolve,
possibility.
to grow. It's however you want to, it's, it's a little bit more rooted thinking and just getting a better understanding of your life. And I just have so much to say all the time, but yes,
This is why you are the motivational queen.
Yeah,
I
that is.
see this. I get this now. And I'm gonna tell you this another thing, because like sometimes my coaching hat comes on. Think about I don't know if you ever thought about one, but think about some type of empowerment session for kids.
Yes.
Because we got a lot of power, empower her movements for women. Good. But let's empower these babies.
They do.
If you do, let me know, because
Absolutely.
I got a nephew and nieces 18 and under. So depending on the age group of they're from 10 to 18. So
Okay.
yeah. I think that'll
Definitely.
be
There's so
absolutely
many
amazing.
amazing things this year. The Motivation Queen will be involved in, and I'll definitely connect with you to let you know what we have going on.
Yeah, please do. And then we can share it on our social media platform. You're only in New Jersey, so that's like a 5-hour drive for me. That's not bad. I know if it's something that my nephew, nieces can benefit from, we're going to do it. So
okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it.
I think that's so dope. Come on, dear motivational queen. So as we are drawing to a near, one question I always ask authors to help out aspiring authors is, what piece of advice would you give an author that's on the fence about whether or not they should start their book? Whether it's children, nonfiction, fiction, doesn't matter. What piece of advice would you give them?
I would say once it's already a thought, I think you should, and you're really passionate about it, stick to it. Stick to it and make it happen. If you're really passionate about it, you have some people who they may want to do it, but they're not sure. But if it's already a thought in your mind, the power of manifestation is the thoughts, the words, and then it becomes. So if it's a thought, I believe that you could speak it and you could speak it forward. You just again stay consistent. Don't let any challenge in your life stop you from living and executing your dreams. Nothing. I don't care. As long as you have breath in your body, you have options. So make it happen.
As
Make
long
it
as you
happen.
have breath, you don't have options.
As long as you have breath in your body, you have options.
As long as you
Yes, you
have breath
do.
in your body, you have some options.
You have all the options that you need.
I just
Yes,
want
so
you to
don't
repeat
let
that.
any challenge, any bad moment in your life, whatever you experience, A to Z, pick yourself back up and keep going. That's motivation. When you're not going to always be motivated.
Yeah.
You're not going to always wake up and just say, "Oh, I'm so ready. I'm feeling inspired." No, when you don't feel motivated, when you don't feel inspired, stay disciplined.
Did she punch anybody else in the stomach? Because the girl feeling a little hurt right now. First of all, Miss Diana, don't be coming for me.
All right.
Don't be
All
coming
right.
for me. Okay?
I'm just a messenger.
Don't do that.
That's
Don't
it.
come
I'm
for
the
me.
messenger.
Oh, you know what? This thing just put my hand up. It must have noticed. Let me find out this
It's
thing.
another sign, okay?
Right, I put my hand up. It just put my hand up. Well, excuse me, Goon. Well, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for
You're
joining
very
us tonight.
welcome.
I mean, you have truly been an inspiration. Okay, because first of all, don't be coming for me.
All right.
Don't do that.
Messenger.
Just don't do that.
I'm just the motivation queen,
Don't do that. Because there's some conviction in there with my gym days and me being inconsistent. But I get it. I'm okay. Okay. Second, thank you again. Thank you so much for coming on. When people want to reach out to you, what was the best way for them to do that?
Literally themotivationqueen.com.
Oh, that's right. We didn't even read a part from your book. And I like that
because
cover.
We had other messages. There were so many gems that I dropped that I'll read the back of the book. With that,
okay, yes,
okay.
please.
Let's go. But yes, you can themotivationqueen.com. Literally, I have a contact form. You can purchase your book on there. My podcasts are all on there. So if you ever want to go and tap into some inspirational conversation, that's your go-to source. Yes. And on Instagram, Stay Motivated LLC. I do a couple of inspirational reels on there, and it's like, ooh, D. Good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read the back of the book. So it says, "Oh no, there's a lack of kindness in the world. This is a job for the motivation queen. When Queen attends a new school, she is scared, but is also determined. She was taught from a young age about the power of positivity and of understanding other people, even in the face of a bully. So she begins teaching her classmates about these wonderful lessons. And as she does, something incredible happens. She grows into the one, the only, the motivation queen. With her cape and wand and unique powers, the motivation queen can sense when someone needs her, and she goes off to help. She leads by example and always arrives right on time to save the day with positive words and encouragement. Share the importance of kindness and positivity with your children through the Motivation Queen. With beautiful illustrations and an important message, this book is sure to enthrall children of all ages, young and older."
Aw, come on, motivational queen. Y'all see it. Make sure y'all get it. And when you grab your copy, please make sure to tag us in it so that we can share on our social media that you have supported this amazing author. Also, make sure you connect with her as well. Stay up on your daily motivations, because for my personal page, I'm definitely going to go ahead and follow her so I can tell her, hey, leave me alone. Tell my business. Why you all up in my life? Tell her that. You see me comment, just know. So when I like stay out my life, that means you hit a nerve and keep going.
Definitely.
That's what your girl needs. Okay. But you guys, again, Miss Diana, thank you so much for coming
You're
on
welcome.
Today. As always, you guys, I am your girl, Ebony Nicole, the Vice President of the Rochester Black Office Association. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channels wherever you find this content so that you can be up on all things that we are doing. Remember to save the date for the 7th annual Rochester Black Authors Expo, happening June 3rd of this year. And if you would like to join me here on the Black Authors Rock podcast, where Black voices, both spoken and written, matter, go over to our website, which is www.rockbaa.org, or you can hit us up on Instagram at ROC_BAA, and you fill out the form, and then you can just hop on, let me know when I should be available for you so that we can talk. Until then, you guys, peace.
Peace.